Welcome back to the next segment of our four-part series of converting an old pitman system to a floating pitman system on a Steinway piano. The pitman is the part of the piano which raises the damper tray and lifts the dampers, allowing us to have a sustained sound on the piano. But if there's any awkward friction or resistance in the pedaling, it can be distracting to the pianist. So join me in this next segment as we continue to make this conversion from the older system to the modern system.
So that was a pretty clean job of that hole. One of the secrets is a really good bit. Just a really nice, sharp, quality bit. That came through really well. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to sand the edges of that hole. Sandpaper scraps. Just make it look a little more quality there. Then I'll take a look at the bottom. I don't worry too much about the cosmetics of the bottom. If you needed to, though, you could do something a little fancier, but this will just blow off fine. Okay. So I'm liking that. Okay, now I want a hole right where the old pitman went. So I'm going to change my bit out for the smaller one. Now I'm just going to keep this here. I can see an indentation where the old pitman was. I'm going to go ahead and center this bit on the arm and just drill right there. Okay. Now I only want to go as deep as the punching. I don't want to go a lot deeper just to eliminate the possibility that the dowel might hit the side. So that's pretty good right there. I'll just grab a little something pokey to pull my punching out. I could leave it there. I mean, I'm just going to glue it onto a dowel later. I don't even need to remove the leather as long as it's a clean job. Sometimes it'll tear it up, in which case I'll just pull it off. There's just 4 nails holding that. It's not hard to pry off at all with a screwdriver. I'm probably going to want to clean out this spring while I'm under here too, because that is a potential for some squeaking there for sure. In this case, I'm just going to sand in the inside of that hole. Sand the leather a little bit. There's a lot of rust on this spring, but even just with that sanding, it's a lot better. Also, the other end where the spring goes in, that hole up there, it's probably not going to make noise. I don't want it to, for sure. After going through all the work with all the other things that are being replaced on this piano. It's had a new pin block. It's been restrung. Repairs to the soundboard, some other things, new damper felts, new action parts. I'm just looking for noise reduction here is all I'm doing. And I'm going to go ahead and clean this spring off with some metal polish. This will just kind of polish where there was corrosion there, or dust that had gathered over the years on this spring. On the ends mostly is what I'm concerned about. I don't usually have to do this, but this one, I think this piano's seen some different climates in it days, between more humid, more dry, and so there's a lot more corrosion on things than what we usually see here in Utah. Even just that's going to make a difference for me. Alright, so that's a lot better. It still could squeak potentially, but click or something, but hopefully not. Okay, now I need a hole in my tray. The floating pitman is just going to consist of a dowel like this and 2 punchings basically cut to length. I've got a dummy here that I can adjust a little bit so I know what length to cut my dowel. Now I'm just going to drill a hole that corresponds with where the pitman hit down here. My hole might be a little bit bigger than the original, so I'm going to kick back to right about there. Oops. Let's see if I can get my spot again. There we go. Again, I just need to go deep enough for that punching. Don't want to go a lot deeper. So I went deeper than I normally do. Must be nervous. That'll do the job still. that's all there is to it as far as the drilling is concerned. When we get later in the piano ready to fit, to cut a dowel and fit it there, we'll get to that point.
Thanks for watching that segment on installing a floating pitman into a Steinway piano. I hope you found something useful in the video. If so, give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what kind of content you'd like to see on this channel. And have a great day. Thanks.